So hello traders, so let's have a short video on the calendar spread. So I've just deployed this calendar spread maybe like 3 to 4 days back for the 28th April. So today is expiry day. So I thought maybe just in case if the Nifty comes or expires in the center of this thing, so I'll be like able to get like almost like 12% of the profit. But you know, right, since from last 5 to 6 days the Nifty was very sideways. Okay, so but still we got like almost like 2074 on a capital of 1 lakh. So it's almost decent 2% profit. So what I've done is like I've just exited this trade and I've just deployed a similar kind of trade for next week, guys. So this is my trade. So what I've done is like basically I've just deployed a trade for 27th April. Okay, so I sold 17,200 for the 27th April expiry. And what is the calendar? The calendar is I've basically bought the same 17,200 for the 4th May. Okay, this is the calendar. If just in case if someone is not aware of what is the calendar, guys, please go back to my playlist and watch all the videos. But this is, I'm assuming that you know some basics about the calendar, right? So this is for 27th I've sold, and for 4th May I bought it. Simple, guys. Now if at all you're expecting why this guy has just deployed the trade just on the put, and why don't he have something like this, right? Typically majority of the people will have the calendar spread something like this, right? Market stands here, so when the market come down you'll get into profit, and even if the market goes up, right, you will be able to trap the market into this green zone. So guys, I've just entered into this trade just to take the advantage of rising VIX. I don't want to deploy a call calendar spread. Reason is, when the market is going up, ideally, right, 90% of the time the VIX tends to fall. Okay, but I don't want this situation. I'm deploying this trade to take the advantage of the rising VIX. Let me show you the VIX. Where the VIX stands? So maybe 5 to 6 days back, when VIX was standing here, maybe on 13th of April, I might have deployed the calendar. VIX went up, but again it is at 12. So maybe I'm just deploying this trade with an intention of VIX should shoot up. That's it, guys. I no other intention. VIX should shoot up. Okay, so ideally when the market goes up, VIX tends to fall. So that's a reason. Let me show you one more. That's the reason I'm not deploying the call calendar spread. I mean to say the spread on the call side, because when the market goes up, right, ideally the VIX tends to fall. So when the VIX falls, right, the buying premiums will decay. Basically it will not it will not give you the benefit with the rising market, because rising market the VIX tends to fall. Okay, let me delete all these things. So now I'll just try to explain you the trade logic. So what happens with this trade is, guys, I mean, this has nothing to do with any strategy. This is not at all the strategy. The only one thing is like I want VIX to rise. So this is, you know, right, IVs are related to the VIX. So what, check this, right, I have 44,000 profit and 20,000 loss. So let's say tomorrow by the expiry, let's say there is an increase in IV by 1%. Just check. Now this has become 48,000 and this has become only 20,000. Loss is fixed. Guys, in the calendar, loss is fixed. So let me increase IV by one more point. Now your profit has gone to 53,000, but your loss is fixed, right? This is the beauty of the calendar on the put side. Why the hell I have deployed the calendar on the put side, right? This is very important for you to understand. Let's say the moment it goes by 3%, right, 3 IV, right, your profit has increased to 58,000. Let me reset this. Your original profit was 42,000, but it has increased to 58,000 with the market standing at this same spot. Just the VIX has increased. So just assume, guys, let's say the VIX, the IV has shoot up by 3 points, or let's say 5 points. Let me take the exceptional case. 5 points the IV have shoot up. So what did I say? IV will increase majority of the time when the market falls, right? When the market falls, the IV shoots up. That's called the VIX, right? Fear. When the market falls, the IV shoots up. Okay, now the IV has went up here. I'm just trying to simulate. So ideally, right, when the IV is going up, the market will fall, guys. See, I'm just trying to 0.5%, or let's say like maybe 1.5% or 2%. Check the profit, guys. Check the profit. Your profit would be 17,000. Tentatively, this is projected with the IV shooting up by 5 points, right? Not 5 points. See, IV. See, right? IV is related to the VIX. When the VIX goes up, the IV tends to go up. I'm just taking an example. So let's say tomorrow market falls by 2%. Just in case if the IV shoots up. So this is the profit you'll be getting on a capital of 2,71,000. You'll be getting a capital of 17,532. So falling market is what I'm expecting. Or else, forget about the moment of the market. Forget about the moment of the market. Let me reset this. I'm just resetting this, guys. Okay, let me reset this also. Forget about the momentum, right? Let's say the market stands here itself for next 5 days, for until 27th April, but just the VIX shoots up 0.1. Just check, guys. Okay, let me again show you. Check, keep an eye on this thing. Now you are at a cost to cost profit. So now this is showing 203 loss. Let's say 1% IV has shoot up. Okay, 1 by 1. So your profit from 203 loss to 1,800 with the market staying static, guys. Let's say the market expires here only on 27th April, but there is a shoot up in IV. Now your profit has increased to 3,900 with 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, let's say 5 points. So technically what I meant to say is, like, whenever the IV goes up, market tends to fall. So that's what I'm telling, right? You have 10,000 profit, but just imagine if the market falls, because then only the IV will shoot up, right? If it goes by 2%, okay, so then your profit would be same 17,498. But just in case if someone has any question saying how come the IV will shoot up by 5 points, okay, let me reduce by 4 points, still you have 15,000. Let me reduce it to just 3, still you have 13,000 profit. So which is like almost like 5% profit, guys. Right, that's the reason I'm just deploying this trade with an intention of just the IV to shoot up. That's it. If IV goes up, this trade will give you profit in each and every angle. But if the IV falls, okay, that's the beauty, right? Let me reset this market, and let's say the IV is falling, right? Let's say the IV fall. See the loss 1,500. So you will be going to your this side loss, right? Your maximum loss on the call side is, guys, 8,000. But this 20,000 is on the put side. So I'm not able to zoom this, because even if I zoom this, it is not. Just try to understand, this 20,000 is loss on the put side. But just imagine if the market falls by let's say if tomorrow there is a sudden gap down of 2.5% or 3%, let's say, right? Let's say 2.5%, guys. So don't you think, see, even if the market gaps down, you see 6,000 profit here. 6,000. Check the blue line. The reason why I've deployed this trade in such a way that I should not get into panic, because check the range here. I'm taking 3.4% range. So my loss will start after 3.4% of the gap down. But technically, guys, even this is not the right case. What I meant to say is, whenever the market falls, this range will increase, basically, because I'll show you, right? Let's keep an eye on this 3.4%. So I'm just increasing the VIX. Okay, I'll just increase the VIX to 2 points. Right, this is very important for you to understand. The range has increased. Let's say one more point. The range has increased to 4%. So technically you have to take the advantage of rising VIX. Okay, let me reset this thing again. Let me reset. So gap down is very good for this trade, for the simple reason being, when there is a gap down, the VIX tends to increase. So in almost all the angles, this will give me profit, unless and until if it is like 5% circuit, 8% circuit, 10% circuit, you'll get into panic for sure. But anything like 4% gap down, 3% gap down, this will give you huge profit, because whenever the market falls, the VIX shoots up. This is what we want, because this rising VIX will shoot up the premiums of the buy. Guys, the rising VIX will shoot up the premiums of buy. Technically this will give you loss, but the loss, right, the loss will be mitigated by this buy premiums, and you'll get into more profit, because this is the next week expiry buy leg. Right, so whenever the VIX increase, the next week premium tends to increase. See, I cannot explain you each and everything. Go to my playlist. Go to my YouTube. You'll find a playlist on calendar. I've just made like 8 to 9 videos, guys. Just go and watch those videos. Try to take the advantage of the rising VIX. Only reason why I'm deploying this trade is to take the advantage of rising VIX. Again, sorry for reiterating multiple times, but you have to know, that's it. It has to go up. But now, if someone asks me, me, then what about this loss, guys? Just to before I conclude the video, right, I have my contra trades, right? Let's say the market goes up. Let's say the market goes up. Okay, Nifty goes up. Okay, so then I have my contra trades in the form of swing trades, or maybe other what do we say, call ratio spread, call debit spread. I mean, this is what I'll try to mitigate this loss of 8,000 by my swing tradings. That's it. End of the day, I try to lock my loss. So even if I get this 8,000 loss, right? So let's say I'll be getting this 8,000 loss only when, let me show, I'll be getting this 8,000, check this blue line, I'll be getting this 8,000 loss when the market makes 3% upside move. So just imagine, if the market is making, Nifty is making 3% upside move, my swing trading will give me huge profit. All right, and I have a contra trade in terms of call debit spread in my Nifty. So 3% move, that will give me like huge profit. So I'm okay to take the loss of 8,000 at a cost of huge profit in my swing trade and huge profit in my call debit spread, which I've deployed already last week. Right, this is what I do. But just in case if the market comes down, this will mitigate my loss. So I'll be getting huge 16% profit if the market expires. And you know, right, whenever the VIX increase, let me show you, whenever the VIX increase, okay, let me delete this, you know, right, this 42,000 will become 50 also. Let me increase it by 5 points just to show you. That's it, 66,000. And check the range has increased to 4.5% on the downside. And the only reason why I don't deploy the call calendar is, right, I don't want to go into that, I don't want to have this kind of trade, right, sort of this kind of trade, because when the market goes up, VIX will fall. So VIX will not give any benefit for my next week call calendar, right? Ideally the premiums will decay. So that's the reason I'm just deploying this put calendar spread. If you want, you can go for call calendar also, but this is what, because on the call side I have my other contra trades. It can be swing, it can be other Nifty bullish trades. All right, thank you guys. If you like the video, guys, just give it a thumbs up. Right, again, before concluding the video, I'll be not able to make you understand each and everything of the calendar. I've already made like 8 to 9 videos on the calendar. You can just go to my YouTube, search for the playlist with the name calendar, and you will enjoy all those videos. All right, thank you.